When conducting a comprehensive literature search in a medical database, the goal is to identify as many relevant articles as possible. In order to do this, it's important to spend some time finding all possible terms that might be used to represent each concept in your research question. Our goal during this process is to identify both subject headings and keywords for each of those concepts. So what are subject headings and how are they different from keywords? In this video, we'll address that question. One way to demonstrate the importance of using subject headings is to think about situations in which the same concept is used for different terms, such as in the case of the term cancer. Researchers may refer to this concept using terms like malignancy, tumor, or neoplasm. If you search for articles using only one of these terms, you'll miss relevant articles that were labeled using the other terms. Subject headings solve this problem by assigning a particular word or phrase to represent a concept. In this case, for example, mesh, the thesaurus used by PubMed and Medline Ovid, groups all these concepts under one term, neoplasms. Another way to think of subject headings is to imagine them as tags that the database assigns to each article. A single article is usually assigned somewhere between 5 and 15 subject headings, sometimes more. This collection of tags constitutes a controlled vocabulary, also referred to as a thesaurus, which is used to label each article. Most databases also allow for assigning some headings as major topics and other headings as minor topics, according to how they are represented in the content of the article. For example, in Medline, subject headings classified as major topics are indicated using an asterisk. Here's where things get a little complicated. Medical databases use their own particular thesaurus of subject headings. MESH, or medical subject headings, is the thesaurus used by Medline, which you can search using PubMed or Medline Ovid. Cochrane also uses MESH. Embase, another very popular medical database, uses a controlled vocabulary called Emtree terms. CINAHL, a nursing database, uses the CINAHL thesaurus, which includes some MESH but also incorporates terms commonly used in the nursing profession. The PsycInfo thesaurus includes terms related to the behavioral health field and so on. The good news is that each database makes it fairly easy to search for the appropriate subject headings needed. Each database will also include a hierarchy tree, or a list of subject headings organized by broader and narrower terms. It shows the relationship between subject headings. For instance, searching the MESH thesaurus for the term of vascular diseases shows that it falls under the broader term of cardiovascular diseases and includes several narrower terms, such as aneurysm. Embase has a similar hierarchy tree for the same term, as does CINAHL. Most databases also allow you to modify your search by either exploding the subject heading or searching the subject heading as a major focus. Exploding a subject heading term means that we are telling the database we want to include our chosen subject heading and all other narrower subject headings included beneath it in the tree. By exploding a search, you are broadening it. You're adding more articles to your results list. You can also choose to focus a search. In this example, that means that only articles indexed with vascular diseases as a major topic will be retrieved. Focusing a search means narrowing your results. You'll get fewer results because you won't retrieve any articles that include the subject heading of vascular diseases as a minor topic. The hierarchy tree can be a good tool for finding additional subject headings and also finding ways to broaden or narrow your search strategy. When conducting a comprehensive literature search, it's essential to search subject headings for all concepts in your research question so you can be confident that you're capturing as many relevant articles as possible on a topic. So why not just stop there? Why do we also have to perform a keyword search for each concept? By searching subject headings, we can be certain that our search results will be precise. However, the list of results we get may not be complete. There are a few reasons for this. There is often a time lag when it comes to indexing articles. Thousands of new articles are submitted to the database every week, and it takes time to analyze articles, assign subject headings, and update records in the database. Sometimes there is no subject heading for the concept you're interested in, or you may be searching for a concept that was recently introduced in the thesaurus. For example, the concept of long COVID, though widely researched, does not yet have a MESH term as of late 2022. Relying on subject headings alone may eliminate articles that were written before the database started assigning a new subject heading to articles. Let's say, hypothetically, that Medline creates a new subject heading for long COVID next year in 2023. Searching that mesh will still not retrieve any articles published prior to 2023 because Medline doesn't retroactively assign new mesh to old articles. For all of these reasons, when conducting a thorough literature search in any database, it's important to combine a subject heading search with a keyword search for every concept in your topic question. So what is a keyword? Keywords are any words or phrases used to describe a particular concept. Unlike subject headings, the list of possible keywords for a particular concept can be quite long. For example, the term heart attack is included under the subject heading of myocardial infarction, but the list of keywords for this concept may include several more terms. That's because keywords represent the common terms and their synonyms that people often use when writing their titles and abstracts. Let's look at another example for the concept of cancer. Neoplasms is the mesh, but the list of keywords is extensive. Keep in mind that keywords don't account for spelling variations or plural forms. For example, if you want to retrieve articles that include the British spelling of tumor, you'll need to include that term in your keywords list. Otherwise, the database will overlook it. A thorough literature search will include as many keywords and key phrases as possible. There are some advanced search tips, such as truncation and adjacency searching, that will enable you to search for keyword variations more efficiently. For more information on that, please see our LibGuide on database search techniques. It's a good idea to limit your keyword search to certain fields of the article record. Each record in the database includes a number of different fields or types of information. The list of fields for an article record in Medline, for example, is very long and includes such types of information as title, abstract, author name, affiliated institution, journal name, and so on. Depending on the database, performing a blanket keyword search might search most or all of these fields, which may result in too many articles that aren't relevant to your topic. Most databases, though not all, include a keyword field, which contains the keywords or key phrases provided by the authors. Some databases, such as PubMed, subsume the author-supplied keyword field into the abstract, so it's necessary to search titles and abstracts only. Other databases, like CINAHL, don't include a keyword field at all, so we generally only search titles and abstracts in this database. Each database is a little different. In general, however, for literature searches, the most important fields to search for keywords are title, abstract, and the keyword field. For instructions on using a specific database using subject headings and keywords, please see our step-by-step videos for some of the most popular resources in our collection. If you have questions about database searching, please contact a librarian.